Edwin Castro thought the dollars would change his day. It changed his life forever. But winning the $0.04 billion wasn't the end of his story. It was the beginning of his nightmare. In the next 8 minutes, I'll show you exactly what happened to the biggest lottery winner in history and why experts say he might lose everything by 2026. But first, let me tell you about the phone call that started it all. November 8, 2022, Edwin Castro is working his regular job in Altadena, California. When his phone rings, the voice on the other end says something that makes his blood run cold. "Mr. Castro, we need to verify you are the winner of the largest lottery jackpot in United States history, the $0.04 billion dollars." But here's what they didn't tell him on that call, and what the Lottery Commission desperately hopes you'll never find out. Edwin had no idea that in less than 2 years, he would be living proof of what financial experts call the lottery curse, and the warning signs started immediately within 6 months. Edwin did something that made every financial advisor in America cringe. He bought not one, not two, but 3 multi-million-dollar mansions, a $25.5 million Hollywood Hills estate, a $4 million Japanese-style home, and another $47 million mansion. But here's the terrifying part. This wasn't random spending. This was following a pattern that has destroyed 70% of lottery winners before him. You see, Edwin thought he was living the American dream, but financial experts who have studied lottery winners for decades knew exactly what was happening. Dr. Susan Bradley, who specializes in sudden wealth syndrome, took one look at Edwin's spending and said something chilling. He's exhibiting every symptom of financial self-destruct. If this continues, he'll be bankrupt within 5 years. But the mansions were just the beginning. What Edwin did next proved that winning $1 billion might be the worst thing that ever happened to him. By 2024, Edwin Castro had become a prisoner in his own life. The man who once lived quietly in Altadena was now followed everywhere. Private investigators hired by distant relatives were tracking his every move. Strangers were camping outside his mansions. His phone number was somehow leaked, and he was receiving thousands of calls daily from people demanding money. But the psychological torture was nothing compared to what was happening to his finances. See, when Edwin chose the lump sum payment, he received $997.6 million after taxes. Sounds like a lot, right? But here's what nobody calculated: the cost of maintaining 3 mega mansions, round-the-clock security, legal fees from constant lawsuits, and what financial experts call lifestyle inflation. Edwin was burning through approximately $50 million per year. And that's when the financial experts made a terrifying prediction that's still haunting him today. In late 2024, a team of financial analysts at Morgan Stanley did something unprecedented. They created a detailed projection of Edwin Castro's financial future, and what they found was shocking. At his current spending rate, Edwin Castro, the biggest lottery winner in history, will be completely broke by 2026. Think about that for a second. The man who won more money than the GDP of most countries could be filing for bankruptcy in less than 2 years. But how is this even possible? It turns out Edwin fell into what psychologists call the abundance trap. When you suddenly have unlimited money, your brain stops calculating value. That $47 million mansion, Edwin bought it without even touring it first. The fleet of luxury cars purchased in a single afternoon, the private jet, he's used it exactly 3 times. But the real killer isn't the big purchases, it's what financial experts call the 1,000 cuts. Edwin is now spending $137,000 per day on things he can't even remember buying. Personal chefs, assistants, managers, security teams, lawn maintenance, pool cleaning, insurance on properties he rarely visits. But losing money was nothing compared to what Edwin lost that money couldn't buy: his Relationships. By 2025, Edwin Castro had become the loneliest billionaire in America. Friends stopped calling because every conversation became about money. Family members started treating him like an ATM instead of a human being. He tried dating, but every woman he met, he wondered, does she want me or does she want my money? The man who won everything had lost what mattered most. And that's when Edwin made a decision that shocked everyone who knew him. In early 2025, Edwin Castro did something that no lottery winner in history had ever done. He hired a team of financial therapists and put himself on a strict budget, $1 million per month. For a man who was spending for $1 million per month, this felt like poverty. But Edwin was desperate to break the curse. He sold 2 of his 3 mansions, fired 90% of his staff, and moved back to a modest neighborhood in California. For the first time in 3 years, Edwin Castro started sleeping through the night. But the question remains, will Edwin Castro beat the lottery curse, or will he become another statistic? As of today, financial experts are still divided. Some say his budget plan might save him. Others believe the psychological damage is already done and that he'll be back to overspending within months. But here's what Edwin wants every person watching this to know. Winning the lottery didn't give me freedom. It gave me the most expensive prison in the world. His advice? Don't play the lottery to get rich. Play it for fun, because if you win what I won, your life as you know it is over. What do you think? Could you handle winning $1 billion? Or would you fall into the same trap? Let me know in the comments below. And if this story opened your eyes, hit that subscribe button because I have more shocking true stories that will change how you see the world.